and they will stay until basically they wither and die. I ask the people, because it is so simple, please, please do not underestimate the power of love. Well, good evening, and it's a pleasure to be with you once again. The spring is upon you, and there's new growth. New growth within your world in many ways. Growth that you may not see, but we can see here in our world. And of course, it always comes into the unseen world before it will manifest in your world. But changes and energies are happening daily and hourly. And I want you all to be upbeat and bring your energies in, and know here that we here in spirit are working with you. We are all one, and we are all working for and with the source energy. Do not despair. There is so much going on now in every country on the planet. People are awakening. You will be able to hold hands soon with all your brothers and sisters and sing beautiful songs of being one and of being free. Human race has worked for this time for thousands of years, and although it does seem to be taking forever for you, it has been happening over many, many thousands and hundreds of years, and now the time is almost near. Great changes, great love, great hope. Be patient a little while longer, my dears, and you will see the light. So welcome, Jack. I know you have some questions.
Thank you, Dinah, and again, what a wonderful introduction. One thing that came to my mind is the apparatus of the system. The symbols are everywhere, the corrupt institutions. So for me, it isn't just a question of the new love energy that's coming in and the help from spirit. It's what happens to these corrupt institutions and the symbols that exist of the old order.
As I have said before, even though some of these people seem and are evil, they also need love. So by sending love to them, that will help to change their energy. As you move into the new dimension of energy, the people that are not in that vibration will stay in the lower vibration. And it will not be pleasant. They will not enjoy the life that the new vibration is going to bring on the earth. And they will stay until basically they wither and die. Some of these people have lost their way. They have been guided into a darker direction. Some of these people are not happy with the direction they have gone in, but feel at times there is no way out. The way out will be through love. And as we, here in spirit and you on the earth plane, send love to these people, their heart chakras will once more start to open. And as they start to open, they will realise their wrongdoings. And they will step out of the darkness. They will not be afraid of losing their material goods or their wealth or their cars. They will just want to clear their minds and hearts and to step back once again into the light. Some of the darker beings, well, it may take longer. And so they will have to find their way. And while we here in spirit will do all we can, as you know, they have to make their own choices. And so we have to leave it to them. God's door is always open. That is their choice. It is as simple as that, even though it is and does appear very complicated, but it is that simple. They have a choice. Does that help make sense to you, Jack?
It makes total sense, Dinah. One of the ways we can assist and accelerate this process is to encourage people at the top to become whistleblowers, to realise perhaps their error of the ways. And I'm wondering if there's anything we can do to encourage these people to actually come into the light.
It is very difficult for them because they are living in total fear, total darkness and blackness. And of course they are manipulated. And really there is nothing to fear. Once they are in the light, all the darkness will be lifted like a veil. And God forgives everyone. And they will have learnt from what they have experienced. It is really to send love and light to these dark corners, to these dark buildings, to send love and to cleanse these buildings with the love of God. These buildings have been dark for hundreds of years. And so in your groups, if you could just sit and send love and the light of God and pray for these buildings to be healed, this will help them very, very much. And as the masses get together and send the love, it will be incredible. You have experienced love in your small groups, in your workshops, and you know how that feels. Magnify that 1,000 times, and you will know, and you do know, how strong that power of love is. Thank you, Jack.
Thank you, Donna, and I do indeed know, as was evidenced by our experience yesterday with our contact with people in Athens. One of the things that's being done to destroy the earth and to pollute the water and to cause untold problems is a process called fracking. If we send love to Mother Earth, will that help heal the problems caused by this process?
Absolutely it will. Mother Earth needs the love. Send love to Mother Earth. Send love to the people who are doing the fracking. Let their hearts be opened. Let them understand what they are doing to their own planet. Let them realise they too have to live with what they are doing in more ways than one. They have to physically live, and they are going to be affected by the damage they are doing. And they need to realise this. And it isn't all about money. It's about the planet. It's about Mother Earth. It's about human lives and human health and animal health. Because this will affect every living thing. They will carry on, and they will take it too far. Not for the planet, but for themselves, if they are not very, very careful. As you know, once the heart is open, people change very quickly and very dramatically. And things that they had not realised or understood before comes flooding through. And they have great realisations. I ask the people, because it is so simple, please, please, do not underestimate the power of love and the power of God's love.
We've had free energy for hundreds of years, and Nikola Tesla is one who particularly developed this. And we know there are so many people who've identified and created systems for free energy. And I think if people knew more about the existence and the availability of free energy, there'd be less concern in the mainstream for things like fracking and oil exploration. So I'm wondering if you have any observations on free energy.
Well, I think you are correct. If people knew that they could quite easily obtain free energy, they would not be as fearful. And as you say, there are many, many ways. And people must open their eyes and their ears. You have the internet and so much information that you can tap into at will. And it is about getting people to believe that free energy does exist. And of course it's very different to what we have all been told. You have all been told, as I was, that we have to rely on the energy supplies. I also believed that and never thought in my earthly life there was anything else. But we know that things have been hidden from you. And it is about now getting together, as I've been saying, in your groups and spreading the word. You are so powerful, and you are more powerful when you are in your groups to do this sort of work. And people are becoming more aware of how things have been kept from them. And even if you take your mind back to a year from now, go backwards in time and just see how things have opened up for you. As we said, and as we promised here in spirit, it would. And now, it is all over the globe. And it will grow until it gets so big, there will be no stopping it all. It cannot happen so quickly. It does have to take time for things to be put into place. But it can happen in a blink of an eye. Once these things are set out, and once your systems are in place to work with energy and even to work with the art of sharing what you do for something from someone else. But it all takes a little time. And I know a little time here in spirit is a huge amount of time on the earth plane. But it all within the great plan. So don't despair. Know that everything is going in the right direction. God makes no mistakes. Even though he is blamed for many, God makes no mistakes. It is man that makes mistakes. And the way you can all help with this is to care for each other, to look at each other in a different light, to see that person as love and not as your enemy in any way. Everyone is carrying their burden. Everyone shows it and acts in different ways because they don't know how to act or how to share or how to care. And the people like yourselves and people who are listening to this, I'm asking you to share your love, to share your time, to share your caring with people. And in particular people who are most vulnerable, who maybe at one time you would have crossed the street. They are human beings just like you. And they need love. We've forgotten on the earth plane how to love. And I truly know that for my time there. It was quite loveless. And I know how it feels to be alone, very alone. So you must talk to people and share with them. And you will be amazed at what they have to offer you.
And I'd just like to comment that as a former atheist, I still find it inconceivable that someone should imagine that God makes mistakes. In the transitional period between what's going on now and what's going on in the future, is there anywhere that's safe for people's money these days, given what's happening in the banking sector?
That is a little difficult, because everything in your world is so unpredictable. I have said this to you before. You have to have all the information you can, and to be wise. And as you know, gold is being used and bought. And that gold is being bought and being stowed away. And it is a matter of you really doing your homework and being very vigilant on what is going on. But as I've said to you before on a question you asked me a few weeks ago, it will unfold. At the moment, everything appears to be in turmoil. But underneath it all and through it all, through all the chaos, the energy of light is penetrating. And so it will unfold, and people will have more faith in places that will unfold and open up that work with integrity and honesty. There is a lot going on, both in the unseen world and in your world, to open up areas where money will be safer whilst it is needed. So investigate everything absolutely thoroughly before you decide where your money will go. And if you are thinking of putting your money into gold, that's fine. But again, just be vigilant to the price of gold and the quality. Thank you, Jack. So I will wish you farewell from here and from the world of spirit. Well, we are forever with you, helping and guiding you. And although at times things seem almost impossible, let me tell you, they are very, very possible. And you know that you have been chosen to come here at this time. And you are all special, and you are all loved. So we thank you.